went to India for a month, and then I went to Germany for about 10 days, and I went to South Africa, then I went to Egypt. And luckily, Germany was very, very hard to get in. It was a very close...
Right, clicky.
Clicky. Everybody wanted the spot there. Now, I'd had bits of it here, there, and everywhere. And I get a call. I'm just sat at home. I've got the summer... You know, I've got it booked up in England and stuff, but I hadn't got a lot else. And I know I had plenty of work coming up in September. I was going to go all kinds of places, I forget. But I get a call from Otto Vance. Can you start in Graz next week? Or in 3 days, I think, at the start of his tour for the rest of the year. Yeah, well, Steve Wright, Alex Wright's dad, he was fixing an aerial on his roof and fell off and broke his leg or something.
He was a wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like he was
so Alex, second generation?
Yeah, so he was a big star, you know, his dad. He was one of their mainstays.
Wow, interesting, I didn't know that.
For 20-odd years, yeah. Or you want to watch, there's a match of his dad, you want to talk about technical wrestlers, his dad against Tiger Mask from Japan.
Right.
He eats
Mask?
Tiger Mask's lunch.
Really?
For 20 minutes. Gives him nothing, not a drink of water.
Really?
And he just used, that's what he used to be like with everybody. It was like ride of your life trying to wrestle. He was so fit and so in incredible condition. If you look at him, you'd think, this fella, he don't look like nothing.
Oh, I'm going to check it out.
People would be scared to death of him.
Really?
He would
well, how big a fella was he?
Not a big fella at all.
But just was a buzzsaw.
A machine.
Right.
Just blow you up and drag you about and you wouldn't know what was happening. Anyway. So he gets in, can you come? Yeah. So I ended up staying there through the rest of the year. September, Rip Rogers is on the tour. Rip Rogers came in to my trailer one day and said, are you still in touch with WCW? This is 92 September. I said, well, you know the old way, I don't know if this was like when you were starting, but the way we used to get booked everywhere, wherever you went, this was one of them tricks, wherever you went, you just send a postcard from Durban, South Africa. Hello, this is Steve Regal. Just telling you I'm working here. And send it to all the promoters you knew because it made you sound like you were in demand,
right.
Which you were.
Yeah.
Well, he said, you still in touch with WCW? I said, and this is funny because WWE, I had a letter off them every 2 months, came to my house in Blackpool, set with a printed letter. We've got you on file whenever there's something comes. I was still getting those letters a year after I came to America.
Who was sending those letters?
Somebody in the office, I don't know.
But they was maintaining touch.
Yes.
Okay.
Never heard anything off WCW because you know how unorganised that was, right?
Yeah.
So, but Rip Rogers said to me, have you got nice handwriting? And I went, well, yeah, it's the one thing I ever did at school. You know, I got nothing else, but I can write there. So he said, Bill Watts has just took over WCW. He said, and I've worked for him, and he's very particular about certain things. He likes, about every couple of months, I would send out a printed resume, you know, like, and whatever, just another 8, because you never sent videos in them days. It was 8x10s, just a picture of you. Yeah, it was it, 8x10, and your resume, and I've worked here, there, you know, and you can call this fella for a reference, or this fella, that was the way it was. So he said, this may sound strange, but if I dictate it to you, can you write it? He said, because he likes to hear certain words. I went, yeah, of course I can. So I ripped this letter, I sent it, and used to have to, it was about an 1/8 of a mile walk from my caravan to the phone box to call home every day. Obviously, that was the way it was, a handful of coins and call back to the wife. I go and call, about 5 days later, I call home one day. She said, can you call this number straight away? I sent this letter off that Ripper told me about. Can you call this number? Bill Watts wants to talk to you straight away. So I get straight away put through from his secretary to him. I'm like in the phone box.
Hang up on me now.
Yeah, calling from America, right. Big pocket full of change. And he said, I'd like you to come and work for me. Can you come like now? And I said, I'm sorry, I can't. I said, I'm here till Christmas. He said, have you got a contract? I said, no, but I've given me word that I'm going to be here till Christmas. And he went, and another long silence. I thought, well, that's me screwed, but, you know, that's the way I am. That's the way I do business. He went, you've definitely got the job now. Most people would have just quit to come here, he said, and I like that in somebody. He said that you didn't quit, you know, and you give your word. He said, that's sealed the deal. When can you, he said, I'll get you here. He said, when you've finished there, I said, well, 2 days before Christmas. He said, well, I'll get you here for the 1st of January.
That's awesome.
Then it was just a matter of my wife at home having to find that much, because I was in Germany, finding that much stuff to get visas and stuff, all these programs, everything that I'd ever done for the last 10 years. She had to find proof of that I was a wrestler, you know, to get these. It's easy, a lot easier for them to get visas now. And she was sending stuff. And by the time I got here, you know, it's not that easy to get visas. I landed on the 23rd of January, and then the first day I met you was the 25th of January, 1993.
The Steve Austin Show. The Steve Austin Show.
It's hard to find the time, right? But you know what's easy? Bundling policies with Geico. Geico makes it easy to bundle your homeowner's or renter's insurance along with your auto policy. That way, you'll rest easy knowing that your home and all your stuff is protected, like the furniture and that flat screen. Plus, getting a quote on homeowners and renters insurance is super easy through Geico. It's a good thing, too, because you already have so much to do around your home. Visit geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. It's Geico easy. Visit geico.com today. That's geico.com.